So originally, the plan was to do this tonight, and then the plans changed. I was almost like completely so unwell that I wasn't going to do this tonight. But then I feel much better. So now I'm doing this tonight. I need to go to Fury Falls. So I had a raging headache all day. In fact, I started to feel the headache form mid-yesterday, halfway into the day yesterday. I thought maybe a good night's sleep would fix it, would get rid of it. I woke up this morning, and I felt fine. It wasn't until I got to work that I felt it form. And then it just kept on getting worse, and I just couldn't take it anymore. I had to come home early. And there I was, laying in bed for like maybe 3 hours, trying to nap, trying to sleep and rest. Yeah, I think I just laid there the entire 3 hours. I may have nodded off here and there. And you know, there were times lying there that it felt like it was better. It felt like the headache was gone. But I knew that, you know, that moment was temporary. Because the moment I get up, that headache's gonna come back. So around like 6 p.m., I got up because I just couldn't sleep anymore, so I had to get up. And yeah, that headache just came back. My head was pounding, my head was throbbing earlier. You know, I thought to myself, you are in no condition to do this tonight. Well, then my dad gave me an Advil, and wow, I feel great. It's not 100% gone, you know, maybe like 10% is still there. But regardless, my dad gave me an Advil, and wow, it actually worked. I feel great. You know, in my experience, taking any sort of medication for headaches, it's never worked. Now, unless I take the meds and then get a full good night's sleep. So in my experience, taking medicine for headaches never worked. Until now, I took this Advil and it actually worked. Wow, look at that. Modern medicine isn't a placebo. I mean, not like I believed that to begin with, but like, you know, medicine's not a placebo. So today, we have the remaining 13 legendaries to catch. Yes, 13. I hope I can do it all today. Because I did start later. I did start a little later today because I had some trouble setting up. What was that? What was all that red on the screen just now? Yesterday, I got shiny Tapu Koko in Dynamax Adventures. You know, I'm just grinding for ore. I'm just grinding for Dynite ore in preparation to hunt Zygarde again. The only other thing whose shiny is exclusive to Dynamax Adventures, besides the Light Trio, is the Tapus, and they're simple enough to do. So I'm using the Tapus to grind for Dynite ore, and also because they're also one of the only shinies whose shinies is exclusive to Dynamax Adventures. So, you know, it fits together. So yesterday, I got shiny Tapu Koko, and now I'm grinding for Tapu Lele. It's Tapu Fini I'm scared of, since Tapu Fini's way tougher than the rest, given it has Surf. Tapu Fini, I believe, is the kind that you don't need a strategy for. As long as you have like a handful of players, then it's good enough. You don't necessarily need Y-Guard. It would help. You know, because we can't trust the NPCs doing Dynamax adventures. Unless the raid boss is super easy. So yeah, I got shiny Tapu Koko yesterday. I believe also yesterday I got a shiny Venipede in Pokemon Go. I don't think I got any other shinies in Pokemon Go lately. Nope, that's it. Anyways, hello Derpy. As you can see, it very much is just Pokeball throwing simulator. With an occasional hypnosis thrown in. So, everything I said last time about me, my friends and I, or my singular friend and I, going out to hang out with his girlfriend and the girlfriend's friend, yeah, scrap that, ignore that, it's cancelled, ignore that, forget it. Well, something came up, so they can't make it. I'm not gonna lie, a part of me is relieved, like, oh, I don't have to socialize, I don't have to meet new people, fantastic. But, you know, ultimately I am disappointed, like, god damn it. Man, he got me so hyped up, well, not really hyped up. He made me agree to it. I was gonna meet new people, do what my friends have been suggesting I do for a long time, and that is get out of my comfort zone and meet new people. Because, you know, I flourish the most when I'm alone, as sad as that is. You know, I do my own thing when I'm alone. Nobody judges me, nobody has to deal with me, nobody has to, you know, put up with me. I just be alone and I do my own thing. But it's like, what kind of life is that, right? I'm not gonna meet anyone new, I'm not gonna gain any new acquaintances by doing that. New Scarlet Violet event tomorrow. I'm excited for that. Yeah. What's the event? Wait, what's today? Today's already the 24th. Pretty sure that means the Dondozo's about here. Aw, shit. Whoops, I forgot to showcase the shiny. That's okay. I'll be sure to do that for the next one. No, not Poke Portal. I forgot to showcase the shiny next to the regular. I am not about to restart the game just so I can showcase it. Bam! Ignoring everything else here, you see the shiny next to the regular. And they're both asleep, despite this one having its eyes open. Okay, up next we have Terrakion. I first need to heal. So yeah, the plans are canceled. The trip to hang out is canceled. We were just gonna eat food, maybe watch a movie, just hang out. But yeah, that's canceled now, simply because one of them, something came up. The girlfriend's friend, it was actually her. Something came up, and yeah, we had to cancel it. Or rather, postpone it. So we're gonna pick a different date to do that. I think I put them in the wrong spot. There we go. Yeah, because that one's the regular. Okay, let's see. Terrakion is... Yeah, I do need to look this one up. Terrakion is over here. Somewhere around this spot. Oh yeah, the Tatsugiri outbreaks. I don't really need them since I already bred for all three of them shiny, so I don't really need them. What's the Pichu? Pichu. Oh. It's an outbreak going on. So if I go there and I do the whole 60 knockouts and I just keep on using picnics, I have a higher chance of finding shinies. It's the same thing with the Alolan Raichu I did. Was it last week? Was it already last week since I did that? I think so. Yeah, that was indeed already last week. T-pose. Did I T-pose there a moment? Man, I even texted him too, like, you know what, man? It's probably for the best that it got canceled, because I'm not feeling 100%. I don't know if I'm sick, or if it was just my headache earlier. You know, I ain't exactly been feeling 100% honestly, like, recently, if I'm being honest. Aside from, what? Oh, I didn't even see that one there. Aside from my raging headache today. Man, recently also I've been having a little bit of like, you could say like almost stomach problems. Not really. It's just like throughout the day it would feel like I would need to go and use the bathroom, but it's like, then again, not really. A part of me feels like maybe the reason I wasn't feeling too great recently is actually because of maybe like poop poisoning. No, what I mean by that is like, you know, there's a reason we need to dispel our human waste from our body. And you know, I just haven't been going a lot lately. Despite the fact that I, you know, still eat regularly, and still eat a regular amount. So it's like all that is still within me. So I feel like maybe that's what was causing me not to feel so great. Anyways, enough about that. What was that cry? What cry? I'm gonna also mention this too, without flat out saying what it is. The color of this Terrakion is also how it came out as well. Yeah, it happens every now and then. A Pokemon spam its cry. What? I'm lost. What are we talking about? So anyways, like, you know, I mentioned it before. My friend, he wanted to go out with his girlfriend and then the girlfriend's friend. And I mentioned before too that low-key this is the girl that he's been trying to maybe not set me up with, but at least introduce us. Now, before any of you guys say anything, I just want to make it clear once again that even meeting her, I would not expect anything out of it. You know, at this point in time, we are still two strangers. But it is, like I said, like, you know, at least meeting someone new is a good thing. From what I was told, this is indeed the same girl who... The first question she asked about me was, how tall is he? And at that point, it's like, oh shit, game over. Game over. I've lost before I've won. Or I've lost before I even started. A Nimbo did its cry like 20 times a second? Really? I must have missed it. You know, because of my headache earlier today, I wasn't even going to do this. And then, like I said, my dad gave me an Advil, and I feel so much better now. To the point I am able to do this. Originally, like, if I wasn't doing this tonight, what I would have done is I would have watched another X-Men movie. Because I'm catching up, or not really catching up, I'm re-watching all the X-Men movies in preparation for Deadpool and Wolverine, which comes out literally in 2 days from me playing this. But I'm not watching it opening weekend, since I bet it's packed! And plus, I haven't caught up on all the movies yet. So I'll probably go sometime next week. Currently, the movies I have rewatched are X-Men First Class, X-Men Origins Wolverine, the original trilogy. So up next, I would be watching The Wolverine. Not gonna lie, I think that one might be my favorite Wolverine movie. In terms of like favorite X-Men movie, probably First Class. I actually watched X-Men The Last Stand last night, or rather rewatched it last night. What the hell? What happened to the music just now? The music cut off there. Did you guys hear that? Even the game was like, oh, X-Men Last Stand? Ugh. You know, I completely forgot about some of the plot lines. Something like Magneto, you know, being injected with the cure. I completely forgot that happened. But we see Magneto use his powers literally at the end of the Wolverine. So it's like, why did the cure not work on him? Because reasons. I can only imagine the cure didn't work because, like, you know, it's not as permanent as they thought it would be. That would mean that a character like Mystique would get her powers back. Oh, right, something else I need to talk about. Remember previously, a little while ago, I mentioned about getting a new PC? Well, a friend of mine, we hung out sometime last week. He said, hey man, next time I buy myself a new PC, you want me to just buy one for you as well? Like, buy the exact same one. Buy one for me as well, and then I pay him back, obviously. I'm just like, sure. You know more about PCs than I ever will. Because I don't know a single thing about PCs. Not a single thing. So he texted me earlier today, like, yo man, you want me to buy the PC for you right now? I was like, let me think about it first. This is very sudden. You out of nowhere texted me like, yo man, I hit purchase, and you got a PC. The moment it ships, of course. So all I need to do is tell him, yes, go ahead, buy it. And I will have bought a new computer. Or technically my first ever computer. Now, the total price of the PC that he's, you know, helping me buy. Subtotal here, it says $2,789.98. Instant savings, $893.99. And then something about an e-coupon savings, $113.10. Shipping is free. So the estimated total is $1,771.90. Savings, $1,018.08. What kind of PC is this? I don't know. From what I'm told, it serves all the needs that I am looking for in a PC. Able to play games, able to stream games, able to edit videos. But you know, it's like $1,700 is a big purchase, right? It's like give me just a moment to really think this through. Be 100% certain. I can afford it, you know? It's like, damn. That's a lot of money to go all at once. Ugh. But I am thinking, though, I probably will just tell him, yeah, go for it, and I'll just pay you back. Let's see, I need to go to Tag Tree Thicket, and I think Verizon's over here in the corner. Man, I am not going to be able to sleep tonight. Because I came home early to try to rest my headache. And I was in bed, trying to take a nap, I should say, for like 3 hours. So I highly doubt I'll be able to sleep tonight. You're not Verizon. Let's see, Verizon. Looking for something green amongst all this green. Okay, let me double check exactly where she is. I think she's over here, like maybe in this side. There she is. So shiny Verizon next to a regular Verizon, not Verizon. It's not pronounced like that. Yeah, Palisand's gonna be an issue here, given this thing's grass typing. Yeah, Sword Stance scares me. Because it could probably Leaf Blade and take out Palisand, or it could Sacred Sword or whatever and take out Blissey. Ugh, excuse me. Wonder how that hiccup sounded for you guys. Woke up and you did Leaf Blade. What did I say? Oh wow, I didn't die from that. Even after like 2 Sword Stances. Wow, that thing's attack was all the way up too, and I still didn't die from it. Okay, Sacred Sword. Fantastic, you keep using that for some reason. Nice! You gotta love those critical catches. Alright. Up next, we got the computer RAM. First, of course, always gotta heal. Reshiram is right below. Where is it? Zapapico. Somewhere around here. Who else likes Reshiram better than Zekrom? Like I do. So many items I've never picked up. Did I see another item there? Nope. I see tons over here. Again, isn't Reshiram meant to be much bigger than this? So a shiny Reshiram next to a regular one. Am I crazy, or does it look like my Reshiram's bigger? Reshiram, can you stand on the ground, please? I'm just going to change positions. That's not what I meant to do. Wow, just gonna lead with a fire blast, huh? Is that close enough, or do I need to use one more? I'll use one more. Thank you, Gallade. You served your purpose. You know, also earlier today, I suppose technically yesterday, since I was told we got it in the mail yesterday, but I wasn't at work. Yesterday in the mail, what I got was my certification, or whatever, my... You know what, yeah, let's just go with that, certification. My piece of paper I received in the mail that said, congratulations on passing your exam. There is a hilariously big time gap in between the first one I got and the second one. Considering they're both the same exam, just two separate parts. But regardless, I finally got it in the mail, so now I have all 3 sheets of paper. I got my college graduation certificate, I got the first half of my exam certification, and finally yesterday in the mail I got the second one. Alright, now we have the computer ROM to get. I remember Zekrom being a little bit annoying to find somewhere around here. No, what am I doing? There's no other way to get up there. So, oh, something else that I finally got done is I finally got every spirit in Smash Ultimate. Now, I did have every spirit beforehand, like prior, But because I didn't play for a long time, I missed a whole bunch of new spirit events. And I finally got the remaining ones I was missing. Matter of fact, the last 4 I was missing were the spirits from this game. So there would be the starters for Paldea, Sprigatito, Fuecoco, and Quaxley, and then there was a Koraidon and Miraidon, and then there was Ogerpon and Terapagos. Those were actually the last 4 spirits I was missing in Smash Ultimate. Listen, I thought the game was finished, you know? I thought Sakurai was done updating the game, so I thought no more spirits would be added into the game. So I didn't check for a long time. And then I find out, nope, new spirits are still being added into the game, which meant I missed a whole bunch of them. So with a lot of patience, I finally got all of them. Alright, now we found Zekrom. Much smaller, once again, than you'd expect. And no music here, too. So, a barely visible shiny Zekrom next to the original. You can tell with the blue eye compared to the red. Wow, you can barely tell. Can we get some music playing, please? Thunder. Miss. Great. And for Zekrom, I have no choice but to put it to sleep. Can't paralyze you. Oh yeah, also, it's normal and electric moves will have no effect on me. Even better. See, that's why Palisand is an absolute beast when it comes to this kind of work. Unless I'm dealing with something like a water or an ice type, that is, you know? Or a ghost type. I mean, obviously, if it's going up against something it's weak to, then it would be a problem. At least Zekrom was quick. For Kyurem, we need to go... I think it's here. I'm pretty sure Kyurem was the one in the cave. Just like Groudon was. Oh yeah, I got reminded of that too. Like, aside from having a raging, pounding, throbbing headache earlier before doing this, so after I took the Advil my dad gave me and feeling much better, I was like, okay, now I feel so much better, let me go wash my face real quick. And then soap got into my eye. Soap got into my eye and my eye was irritated. So then I rinsed my eye out underneath the sink. And, you know, it felt better afterwards, but then my eyelid kind of got swollen up a bit. So it's like, man, problem on top of problem. Can you please let go of the wall so I can pick the stuff up? So I believe to get to Kyurem, I need to enter. Yeah, and then jump into that black wall, which is not a wall. That's not a shiny, is it? No. The color looked a little off to me. Oh my god, just so many items. Alright, let's see that shiny Kyurem. Oh, wow! That's a bigger difference than I thought. I didn't think the difference would be so vibrant. Once again, isn't Kyurem meant to be way bigger than this? Kyurem, can I please get a good shot of you next to the regular? Kyurem! Kyurem, please! Ah, good enough. Anyways, yeah, you can see just how much of a vibrant difference there is. You can hear that the Kyurem theme is slightly different to Reshiram and Zekrom's. You know, to this day, I'm still not too sure what that moving does. And I never bothered to look it up. See, this is where Palossand might be in a bit of trouble. I just got a text from a couple of friends. We should go see the Deadpool movie. Maybe. This film is probably worth going to see a couple of times. Yeah, we got something special to catch after Kyurem. But first, we gotta catch Kyurem. Oh, you guys want to hear what I've been thinking about lately? It's not like this really matters at the moment. I just randomly thought about it. I once again thought about how my sister never helps when it comes to shoveling the snow. I mean, it's mid-summer right now, so I don't have to worry about that for a while. Normally, whenever it snows, it would be my dad and I to shovel it. My mom used to help back when all of us were younger. She doesn't help anymore. My sister, though, never once helped with shoveling the snow. And, you know, whenever I'm like, sister, would you like to help? She's like, I don't have to, I'm a girl. I'm a girl, I don't have to shovel the snow. You have no idea how infuriating that is to hear. So I complain about this all the time to my friends. I vent about this to my friends all the time. And because my friends, like almost none of them have sisters, or this group of friends in particular who I vent to about this, yeah, none of them have sisters. So none of them will ever understand. They're always joking. Like, it's kind of a meme when it comes to me in the group chat. It's like, are you gonna joke about... Are you gonna say your sister's not gonna help you shovel the snow again? Something like that. You know, I've been thinking about that. I've been thinking about how my sister doesn't actually help with shoveling the snow. And like I said before, like I tell my friends too, it'd be nice. It'd be nice if she offered. Like, hey, brother, you want me to help you shovel the snow? Oh, no, it's okay. I got it, thanks. But when it comes to just straight up hearing, I don't have to shovel the snow. I'm a girl. You know, it's like, what if I said certain stuff like that, but the other way? I don't need to cook because I'm a guy. I don't need to do laundry because I'm a guy. Why are these two facing that way? What the hell are you two looking at? You know, it's like, what if I said stuff like that? I don't need to clean the house because I'm a guy. I don't need to wash the dishes because I'm a guy. Suddenly doesn't sound as good anymore now, does it? Oh, but when my sister says it, then it's acceptable. She doesn't need to shovel the snow because she's a girl. And that's okay, but when I say something like that, then it's not acceptable. Anyways, so, we're gonna take a break from Legendaries, and we actually have something to catch over here. Here. I actually don't even have the quick travel point here, actually. Wow. Man, I had trouble getting this to work when I first tried it. I think you guys might know what I'm about to catch. What I'm going to catch. Sorry, I was just texting again. So if you come over to this spot... Oh, there's actually an NPC inside the school you talk to, and he would hint at this. I don't think you need to talk to him in order to get this to work. Well, we're about to find out, because I sure as hell didn't talk to him in this game. Maybe I did. How people discovered this, I'm not too sure. Okay, so if you come over here, you gotta find a specific spot, and I kinda had trouble finding it. Because it has to be a very specific spot. Oh, is that it? Yes, here it is. So you see these little leaves spinning in a circle here? Well, that's a hint. I'm gonna save the game just in case I mess anything up for whatever reason. So, if you do this, I believe you need to do this for at least 10 seconds, but I'm gonna do it for a little bit more just to be safe. I was not counting. Let me count how long it's been now. Okay, that's got to have been at least like maybe 15 seconds. And then, I'm not sure if you need to face a certain direction. You pull out your camera, you go to... Sepia, was it? Yes. You hear that? And we have Meloetta here. Now, I don't have a shiny Meloetta to showcase, because, you know, it's... To this day, it's still shiny locked. You get her other form? Wait and see. For whatever random reason, Meloetta's in this game. Before anyone says, you're catching Legendaries and Meloetta's a mythical. Same thing. Close enough. When it comes to catching them, I just group them together anyway, so it's like same thing. Does that answer your question about the other form? What other orphan? I've never used a Meloetta before, so I don't recall it using that move to change form. I thought the form was something you changed before battle. I guess maybe I was wrong on that. This also should be the first and at this moment only time you can catch Meloetta in whatever Pokeball you want. Previously, it was all events. So, you know, Cherish Balls. So this is the first time you can use whatever Pokeball you want to catch it in. Great, Pokeball. You can catch this thing in a Beast Ball if you want. You can get a Meloetta in a Master Ball for the first time if you want. Or you can just, you know, wimp out and use a Quick Ball. Like, god damn it, Game Freak, why is it shiny locked? I want a shiny Meloetta. Everyone wants one, just give it to us. Let us have it. The Gen 5 Mythicals in particular have yet to have their shinies released. Aside from Genesect. Genesect's shiny is available in Pokemon Go. We still don't have shiny Victini, shiny Keldeo, shiny Meloetta. None of these shinies have been available ever, and it's been almost 15 years. These would have been the perfect moments to let a shiny hunt them. I could have just ran back and forth until Meloetta was shiny here. Or I could have reset the game until Keldeo was shiny in the Sword and Shield DLC. But no, Game Freak doesn't want us to have fun. Maybe one day when Gen 5 remakes actually happen, well, you can get them shiny. L not shiny. I know. L, Game Freak, you hear that? L! I mean, I guess what? I guess technically the terrarium is in Unova. We are in the Unova region technically, so I guess it makes sense Meloetta would be here. Wouldn't you feel fantastic if you were Cyrano? Was that his name? The director of this place? The director of the school and this entire underwater terrarium, to learn that a mythical Pokemon lives here? Like the place you built, the artificial place that you built underwater had a mythical creature living in it. Wouldn't that just give you a great feeling, knowing that? Oh, look at that! We caught it without a critical catch. You really don't see that often in this game. You see critical catches happen more often than the typical 3 shakes and it catches. Catch it and get Pokerus, then it's a W. He built the mythical Pokemon. Nah, this ain't Magearna. Okay. What do I have up next? Up next, I have... Ooh, Solgaleo. This one is going to be tough. Solgaleo is going to be tough, because it's one of the hardest ones to catch. I actually need to go over here, to the Pokemon League. Alright, Solgaleo is up here. On top of the Pokemon League. The same spot we battled the champion. Yeah, it's just standing right there. Let's just check Meloetta's summary real quick, because how often do you see that? A fighting Terra, too. I got a hardy nature. Alright, let's show off. Whoops. The shiny next to it. My god, look at how vibrant that is. I still find it ridiculous. Solgaleo, the Pokemon that represents the sun, is weak against fire types and ground types. The sun is weak to earth and fire. How does that make any sense? But yeah, just look at that. Look at these two. I shiny hunted this one. I should have been studying for my exam. Okay, so Solgaleo is hard to catch because it has 2 moves that does recoil damage. It knows Flare Blitz and Double Edge, I think. This music is dope, though. Yep, I did pass it at least. Oh no, it knows Wild Charge. No, I think it's Glastrier that knows Double Edge. So yeah, regardless, this thing is not easy to catch because of the recoil moves. It's okay if my False Swipe doesn't get it down to 1 HP because of that. False Swipe on a Metal type. I mean, Steel. Then again, because I have a Ground type here, Wild Charge won't do anything, so I can't get recoil from that. But this thing doesn't only know that one move. It knows another move that does recoil. I'm pretty sure it knows Flare Blitz, so we still gotta be careful. Yes, it does indeed know Flare Blitz. So we don't have to worry about Wild Charge, but we do have to worry about Flare Blitz. Especially since Hypnosis doesn't land. You know, in my Violet game, I did get extremely lucky catching this, so I didn't have to deal with it for very long. Yeah, I'm not banking on that happening again. Woke up, what are you gonna do? Metal Burst, that's fine. Sweet. More chances to catch you. Who would have thought, all that time ago, where I battled Champion Gita on top of here, at this exact spot, where we battled the champion, that all this time later I would be catching a freaking Solgaleo at the exact same spot. Ugh. Nobody here detected a freaking legendary Pokemon on top of the building? It's like, hey, Elite Four, fellow Elite Four members, there's a energy reading of great strength on the roof. Should we maybe go check it out? Maybe we should get the champion to take a look at it. There's something powerful up on the roof. No, none of them figured out that there was a legendary on the roof. What move was that? I didn't pay attention. Okay, I'm getting lucky enough to where it's not using Flare Blitz. But it only has so much PP, so it'll have to use it eventually if I can't catch it quick enough. And this ain't even what I'm most worried about catching. There's another Pokemon out there, Glastrier, that is, to me, even more annoying to catch than this. We'll see it in a little bit. Oh yeah, it was Solar Beam. See, if my Palisand faints, then it'll have access to both Wild Charge and Flare Blitz. So I should probably heal up my Palisand. Never mind, no need. I'm just gonna quickly jump back down to heal. Alright, now we have Lunala to catch, my personal favorite of the two. Lunala is over here. You know in Pokemon Go? Wait a second. Could have been a bomb, they didn't want to risk it. I assume you mean like them not checking out what that is on the rooftop. So there's a research task in Pokemon Go where you choose either a Solgaleo or a Lunala path. I obviously chose Lunala. Thank God I did. Because it turns out you get a free Lunala to catch, and it has a catch card, which looks amazing. I don't know how the Solgaleo catch card looks, but I imagine it doesn't look as good as the Lunala one. Shiny Lunala next to the regular. I too hunted for this while I should have been studying. If I can get a good shot of them back to back. Good enough. Look at the textures on it. Is it me, or is the shiny, well, shinier? Like, you can see that, right? Oh, right. This thing's a ghost type, so I can't false swipe it. I also can't Shadow Ball it because it's quad weak. So, I gotta figure out something else to attack it with. What moves do I have? Nothing really. I really don't have anything to attack it with. Foresight plus False Swipe. I don't have Foresight. Good enough. Works for me. We can probably use a neutral move. That way we don't sit here forever. Ah, you know what? I'm good. I usually catch things better in yellow HP anyways, or in this case, orange. Oh, crap. Okay, that didn't do as much damage as I thought it would. Thank you. Now I just keep on chucking Pokeballs just like in Pokemon Go. Only there's no pineapple berries in this game. Sweet! Look at that! Doesn't yellow HP work so much better? At least I think it does. Alright, now we have Necrozma to catch, and I recall Necrozma being a little bit annoying to find. Necrozma is around here, somewhere around here. There is nowhere close by to heal up first. Actually, can't I just warp to this? Was this the one that was in the cave? No. No, this is on the side of the mountain. I'm pretty sure Necrozma's around here. Yeah. Wait, what? There was a Gimme Ghoul there? What's a Gimme Ghoul doing there? I didn't know a Gimme Ghoul was there. Oh, there it is. Very minor difference, you can see. But it's definitely noticeable. I'm pretty sure I hunted for this after I finished my exam. Oh yeah, look at that. Clean. Like you can see the hint of blue to it. In certain lightings, it looks like a regular one. And that's all the shiny legendaries I have to compare. Because the rest of the ones we have to catch, their shinies have not been released yet. I need to pour myself some more water. Yep, iron defense all you want. Doesn't matter to me anymore. I already got my attacks in. Ooh, I got lucky with that one. Alright, I think we have only 3 more to catch. Yeah, I only have these 3 left to catch. Should I honestly even bother healing? You know what? No, I'm not going to. Because we have to go to Fury Falls here. We show up at right there. That's where Cubfu is. No shiny Cubfu to show. Because Cubfu shiny isn't even available yet. Game Freak. Bearmore. Wouldn't be surprised if that's a Pokemon name one day. We have Beartic. We have Heatmore. And unlike the rest, Cubfu is level 30. Man, this thing used Detect 3 times in a row. You're not allowed to use it successfully 2 times in a row, though. Oh, by the way, that Meloetta in a Pokeball with my OT will be going into my Living Dex. Replacing the one from a previous event in a Cherish Ball. Excuse me. You know, I really am hoping I'm going to be able to sleep tonight. I wonder if it's a smart idea for me to take one more Advil before bed. Or would that be too much? Whoops, I didn't put it back to sleep. Oh, what's the matter? Ran out of Detect? I think it ran out of Detect PP long ago. Does Detect only have 5 PP? It might actually. I probably will take another Advil before bed. Just because I still feel a tiny hint of something. But it's not as bad as it was, well, the rest of the day it was. I just hope taking another one before bed won't be, you know, overkill, and then I just, like, you know, OD in my sleep. You know, that's not a way I want to go out, is, you know, in my sleep. Sometimes that does scare me. Sometimes that keeps me up at night. If my mind ever thinks about it while in bed trying to fall asleep, it's like, oh my god, there's a chance that I fall asleep. I just simply won't wake up. It's rare. It's extremely rare, but that doesn't mean it's impossible to happen. You would think one of these being level 30 would be much easier to catch. Pokeball 822, that's my birthday. I don't care if you lower my speed or not. Nice! No critical catch. Okay, now we have to catch the one that I am most worried about. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention too. Austin John Plays pointed out that this was also the first time you can catch Cubfu in whatever Pokeball you wanted. Great, Pokeball. Alright, now we have Glastrier to catch. Glastrier... yeah, actually just about where that Pichu is. Almost. A little bit below where the Pichu is. Around here. Actually, it might be lower than that. Like, just off the cliffside. And I don't mean Purple Cliff. No, I don't suppose just walking right past, we could maybe see a shiny Pichu, which I can't even tell, because they're so tiny. And I only see the one. Where's the outbreak? What? What's even there? What is that? A Cupchew. I got a legendary Pokemon staring me down back there. Okay, yeah. Glastrier is the one I am most worried about. Yeah, that's why, because it knows Taunt. So if it taunts my Hypnosis, or even my Thunder Wave, well, yeah, primarily taunting my Thunder Wave. No, not that. See? Thrash, it also can confuse itself. Now it's confused. Now it has a chance to hurt itself. I'm pretty sure this one is the one that has Double Edge, which does recoil. So this one, I am most worried about. Catching everything, all of these in Violet, this one took the longest for me. Do I even need to point out the fact that I'm using a ground type next to an ice type? Or against an ice type? Yeah, that's a problem too. You will not see me complaining if I catch this one quickly. Woke up. What's your next move? Iron Defense. That's fine. Yeah, if this thing taunts my Hypnosis, we're screwed. Gotta get that heal pulse to heal it. And a Lumberry or something for the taunt. Really? Lumberry works on taunt? Hey! Freaking fantastic! We caught it quickly, I don't have to deal with it. Excellent! Oh, sorry, it's mental herb. Ah. Never once used a mental herb in any Pokemon game before. So if I was to shiny hunt Glastrier, if it were available shiny, I would have been so screwed. Okay, we have one last to catch. We now have Spectrier. Spectrier is around here. Not there. Not here. Bit. Fine. Close enough next to that. I don't think this... Yeah, this is not ideal to go to. So I'll go here. Spectrier being a ghost type, I can't false swipe it. So I gotta do something else. Ain't it kind of stupid? Spectrier and Glastrier are available in this game, but not Calyrex. The Pokemon whose whole gimmick is to ride on them. Pay to win. All of these legendaries are shiny locked, but I did technically pay to... I paid for this DLC, which includes them, so of course I'm going to do them. As much as it hurts me that they're all shiny locked. May as well pick up the LP, why not? Alright, last one. Who am I going to use? Armor Rouge did fine before. Oh yeah, did you also notice that hail has been completely destroyed in this game? Hail doesn't do anything. There's no hail in this game. I mean, that's not even something new. It's been like 2 years. We're just gonna ignore that. If that was shiny, it would have been game over right there. You know, thankfully, today wasn't too long. Matter of fact, we're not even at the point of how long last time was yet. We had Solgaleo and Glastrier to catch today. Both of them are very annoying. Thankfully, I caught them both rather easily. Especially Glastrier. Okay, how am I going to lower this thing's health? I could do something stupid and stall until this thing uses double edge to the point its health is almost done for. But that's stupid. Because it's not guaranteed to use that move. It could use other moves. I could throw a Blissey and any ghost moves it has will do no effect. Okay, so clearly not Armor Rouge. Fine, let's try Cyclizar. Part of me thinks U-turn would be a good idea. Not stab. Shouldn't be too effective. Maybe I can put it to sleep and swap out to do that again. There's got to be an easier way I can do this. Do I dare try like a Dragon Claw? Let's try this. You know what, let's try that first, just to see if the move will even one-shot it. Okay, let's see if this will one-shot it. Oh, that's good. Thrash doesn't affect me either. Dang. Yes, stay asleep. Does this thing even have a ghost type move? Aww. Oh! That's not good. See, I was thinking, like, pretty sure it has one more move at its disposal. So this thing doesn't have an attacking ghost type move. Huh. Nothing you can disable here. Unless you use that first. Nope. See, but that's the issue. Now it can use Thrash. Are you serious? Okay. Well, I can't put it to sleep anymore. How much PP does Disable have? Maybe 10, I'm guessing? until it's running out of moves to use. Yes! Alright, and that's the last one. Oh, hello. Oh man, if only this was Zelda, I could use Ascend to get to that. That is the final legendary for us to catch. All that bullshit grinding for BP and BBQs, all for that. Wait, that's not right. Wait, what? Boom! All these legendaries and one mythical. Done. And all these shinies can go back to their proper places in my Violet game. That's not right. I think that's... yeah, that's right. Okay, next time, we added Dondozo to this collection. One last look at all the fruits of our labor here. 26 legendaries. Or if you really want to be technical, 25. And 1 mythical. Alright, like I said, next time we added Dondozo here. So, thanks for watching, everybody. I'll see you next time for that Dondozo. Bye now.